Hey, what's happening, everybody? Rod J back again. Thanks for swinging by to check out the channel and another bit of beer news. So earlier today, I came across this through one of the groups I was in for beer drinking, and a new report came out. This new survey saying study links drinking more than 5 glasses of wine or beer a week to lower life expectancy. What? So anyway, happened to pull this piece up. I figured I'd share it here on the channel and kind of went through some of the information here. It's kind of interesting. This was actually done mainly overseas, I believe, from the data being here, but they're also trying to point it out for Americans that we as Americans, it says particularly American men, be able to start to follow the British recommendations. Here's the funny thing. This came out today through this other group they had done. They had done some research. You can see down here 120 researchers and 600,000 people in 19 countries. They follow these people around, seeing how they would actually drink, how it affected them, all that kind of stuff. Some of the people ended up, I guess, dying after a point. Some of them have developed cardiovascular disease. And part of it that goes into it, though, might be one where their location is of the people, too. You got your DNA, how that actually affects it. People's genetics are different along those lines. So that could possibly be in play as well. Now, if you're drinking a good amount of alcohol, then yeah, you may have a situation where, you overdo it. But it says more alcohol, shorter life expectancy. Those increase relative risk range from 9% of heart failure, 24% of fatal hypertensive disease. The thing is, these reports come out, and sometimes they're kind of vague on all the information on it. So you probably have to dig in a little bit deeper. But here's the thing. Just back in February, another report came out and says study claims 2 drinks a day more likely to extend life past 90 than even exercise. So you can actually have 2 drinks a day and you actually do better than if you might be exercising at some point. Don't take me for my word on that. I don't know how they came up with that. That makes no sense whatsoever. But this is what they put into the title there. But as a recommendation, a glass or 2 a day is actually good. It's usually 1 glass of wine or a beer for a woman, 2 for a man. And I've even asked my doctor about it before, and he's like, yeah, if you do about 14 in a week or so, which you're stretching out, he's like, don't try to go for 14. But, if you have 1 or 2 a day, 7 days in a week, you would be okay for the most part. So it's kind of interesting. Just, when you see these reports coming out and you're seeing some of these studies come out, you might want to research them a little bit more. There were people talking about this earlier, kind of debating it out there. And it's almost like politics. You have something all the way to the left and all the way to the right. They come out with stuff and you're kind of like, no, all this doesn't jive together. So anyway, they mentioned on here, even while both drinking beer or wine in moderation, exercise appears to increase lifespans. The study shows results that those who consume alcohol benefit even more. So somehow in this study, it can actually benefit. Now it depends on what kind of exercise people are actually doing. If they're on a treadmill for 30 minutes, but they're doing a slow walk, it may benefit more. But they're actually doing like some high impact or they're jogging. I can't see alcohol piece out there. Anyway, regardless of that, I'm a man that likes to go by fact. And the fact is, I've seen more and more of these stories nowadays with a 100-year-old woman credits chips and beer for her long life. I've seen people live until 105, 109 who have a shot of whiskey a day or they have some type of beer. Not that it's going to work for everybody. I'm just saying there's a lot of different things involved. So if you're seeing these type of stories out there, just keep that in mind. Ask your doctor if you're nervous about it, if you're drinking too much or things along those lines. Everybody isn't the same. There's been some good, there's been some bad. It all just matters how you put everything together. And of course, moderation always wins. That's all I really got here. So I just figured I'd throw that out there. Thanks again for watching. As always, keep drinking those good craft beers. Drink how you think you can drink, I guess I can say. And there's always time. So get your beer on. Cheers.